Okay, Liam. So, with regards to the condition practices that you've just completed from an attacking, defensive, and set play perspective in rugby, can you just talk to me about what your strengths are from those practices, please?
First, I feel my strongest strength and my best strength is passing off my right hand in my attack and in the set plays which we completed. I feel this because 100% of my passes went to hand, and not just to hand, but in what we call the bread basket in slang terms, right into the centre of the body. As the player reaches up to grab the ball, it goes right there. They're not having to reach up or reach down, which will slow them down in the game. I achieved this with a high elbow and good hand position at the start. So say passing off my right hand being slightly further back in the ball, and left hand being slightly further forward and using it for control. If willing to spin it, then I'll spin it off with my right hand, and again just using left hand as control. And a good follow through as well, with my hand pointing towards the person I've passed to after I've passed them. It's evident throughout all the videos. My second strength isn't one which is always easy to see on videos, but I feel it's definitely a good strength, and I used it well in the condition practice I just completed. I feel I read the game well, and by this I mean I picked running lines, and I knew when to run and when to pass. This is firstly evident 20 seconds into video 3, where I ran through a gap. Now, although it may not be obvious, I saw the gap, and I knew as soon as I got the ball there wasn't time to pass, so I had to take the contact. And although it was contact, it was only slight contact. I hit an arm, I was able to make some ground, and then roll and set up a ruck. About 20 seconds later, I then did basically the opposite, and I passed. And again, I call this reading the game well, as it was a 2-on-1. I held the pass till the last possible moment, meaning I'd drawn the defender and then given the pass, so we scored in the corner of set play. And again, just one more example in video 3 as well, when I scored 23 seconds in. Oh, sorry, video 2. I scored 23 seconds in as I saw the fly half drifting out towards the left, towards the touchline, and I picked a line inside him between the scrum half, fly half defenders in the set play, and easy just made it through the gap and scored. My third strength, which I feel was evident throughout the videos, was I set up a ruck well. I was able to set up a ruck efficiently, and we were able to win back the ball within about 5 seconds, 3 to 5 seconds. I did this, it was shown I did this through using my shoulder, elbow and knee, which means going into the ruck, going to the tackle side on, using 3 strongest parts of your body in a close contact situation, which means I took the contact on my terms, I made a few meters, and then I placed the ball back. Another technique which I use, slightly different, is after I made a break, a half break where I hit a man's arm when they tried to tackle me, and as I went down I rolled to gain the extra few meters before I reached back in one movement, and making the gate really small by extending my whole body not only allowed the ball to get back to my teammates as fast as possible, but it also allowed it also made the gate for the entry to the ruck smaller, meaning the opposition would have to come right to the back of the gate before they entered through.
Okay, thanks, Liam. What about any weaknesses that you felt that you demonstrated through undertaking those different condition practices?
I highlighted a couple of weaknesses through the condition practices. Firstly, in defence, when I was defending condition practices, about, I'd say 11 minutes into the condition practice, I made a good wrap tackle, meaning it will smother tackle, where I wrapped the man up so they're unable to pass. But the problem with this was I was slightly too high, meaning they were able to drive about 3 meters forward. So I lost ground defence, they gained ground in attack, and although I made the tackle, it's not ideal that they've made 3 meters on This was evident again as high tackle was again my fault. About 5 minutes later, when I rushed up to make a tackle and I was too high, meaning I was easily fended off, and again they made a few more meters than they should have really by handing me off. So high tackle being my number one weakness. Secondly, I'd say my left hand pass, although my right hand pass was efficient and very successful, only 5 out of my 7 passes made in that condition practice went to hand. Basically, 2 of them went to the floor as the pass was just too weak, and one of them went too high, and although he caught it, it was too high by my elbow being dropped too low and me swinging my arms, meaning the point of release was too late and the ball went too high, and for the ones that were too low, I released too early and it went to the ground. By keeping my arms straight, I've made it very hard for myself to time the pass correctly and to time the release of the pass correctly in order to get a flat pass. But by putting my elbow high, I'd be able to pass flatter and also further.
Okay, thanks Liam. Now, with just regards to those weaknesses that you discussed, can you just talk to me about program strategies that you would put in place for those to develop?
Firstly, for the tackles, I would have a 3-step program, with the first step being using a tackle bag, where I'd have a man on the tackle bag and I would put a piece of tape about halfway down the tackle bag and make 10 tackles on the man tackle bag, just front on tackles, just from a standing start to ensure the technique's right, keep my back straight, bend low and drive through for 10 tackles, and then video record this and have peers assess it as well as me and see once I've completed 10 tackles, 10 out of 10 tackles below the tape, which is about halfway down the bag, I'll know that I'm getting low enough in the tackles and that I'm ensuring that I'm not going to be bumped off by being too high. I make these SMART targets specific to the tackling and specific to the tackles being high. They'll be measurable as long as 10 out of 10 tackles are done perfectly below the line, then we can move on. It's achievable, as it should be for any good rugby player should aim to make 100% tackles. It's definitely realistic and time bound. I'd say I'd aim to do it within 1 session really. Just ensure that's a basic first step. Get it done within the beginning of that session. I then move on to a man drifting or tackling men from angles, from the side on basically. Keeping the tape around the bag, but this time say we start 5 meters apart and the attacker will just drift left slightly on a 45-degree angle, and I'll have to time the tackle as well as getting low in order to make the tackle. Complete this 10 times and analyse it on a video, and after I'm happy with the achievements, I'd say 8 to 10 tackles successful, then we can move on. Finally, just a one-to-one situation, just have a square box about 3 meters by 3 meters and just have one man with the ball, no bag, and their aim is to try and beat me. My aim is to tackle them. Don't have to take the ball, but to hit them below the waist or below the chest even. Just hit them around the waist or legs. I have 5 attempts and at least get 4 strong tackles in and make the tackle.
Okay, thanks Liam.